Hello, welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. I am asking for divine love, light, and truth to be present for the reading. Doing a quick check-in for the week starting October the 13th and sending that out through October 17th. So we're just looking at the full week of energy. Looking for the sign of Sagittarius, just doing a little sneak peek really into the week that's upcoming. Sagittarius, I hope you're well. I hope that you are thriving and jiving through this month of October. I am using the Astro Matrix Tarot in this reading. Then I'll follow that up with the Rider-Waite Smith, and we will jump in to your reading. Sagittarius. What is going on in a Sagittarius life this week? Collective sign Sagittarius. Sagittarius can be your sun, your moon, your rising, can be your Venus or your Mars placement. Looking at just this highlight energy for the week. What's going on? What can we help with? What can we look forward to? Anything we can give you a little sneak peek or a heads up? What's going on, Sagittarius? This week that's starting, I would love to hear your feedback. Anything that rings true or anything that comes up for you as you start your week off with the Eight of Swords. So we're looking at self-imprisonment of your own thoughts, lots of thinking, lots of feeling as if you're imprisoned by your own thoughts. This is just an imprisonment energy of our own doing. It's because we're in that analytic, over-analyzation mode. It's like the switch got turned on full blast and we're just stuck in there. And I think that the main thing about the Eight of Swords for us to really keep in mind is we're never, ever a prisoner of our own thoughts. We have complete control at all times to stop that train from continuing down the line. We always are in control, but for some reason, it seems like we're starting out with just a lot of rumination, a lot of overanalyzation. And then we have this beautiful fireball energy sun, which is the most positive, the most happy card in all of tarot, and illuminating all of these thoughts, because the thoughts happen usually when we're trying to get sleep, when we're trying to rest, when we're trying to relax, when we're trying to spend time with our family or do something enjoyable. These thoughts come in and they prevent us from really taking time to enjoy ourselves. And then we have the sun showing up to basically, it's almost like let me give the analogy when there's cockroaches in a dark room and you turn the light on or you open that cabinet and all the cockroaches go fleeing for their life because there's light shown on the situation. There's the light of truth. Anything that happens in the sun happens in the full broad daylight. I remember my grandmother used to say that a lot, and that happened in broad daylight. That person got away with such and such in broad daylight because it's a shock. It's something that it doesn't usually occur that way. I mean, people are, I think, getting maybe a little more brazen, but for all intents and purposes, when the lights get flicked on, anything that's going on in the dark usually gets revealed. The light of truth is shown on the situation. We discover what, we decide to think the thoughts. Is this true? Is this right? Is this correct? And then anything we've been trying to milk in our minds for our own, maybe our own, I don't know, it's kind of like a selfish thing where we just keep milking it and milking it and milking it, but it's not truth. The sun is the truth. The sun, the light of the truth is shown down. So I feel like that's a really positive way to start out. And then we go right into the devil. So we have major arcana for the sign of Leo in the sun, and then we've got Capricorn energy showing up in the sign of it's the card of the devil, which it's represented by the sign of Capricorn, just basically because of the earth-based carnal energies that are attached to a Capricorn is an earth sign, and the devil is the ruler of the earth and all of those carnal desires, our food, our money, our job, it's our creature comforts essentially. And who rules the creature comforts? The devil. So just representing that time of the year Capricorn usually comes around in. Card number 15, the devil is showing up because it's an awareness and a highlight to the toxicity of this stinking thinking, this over analytical mind. With the lights turned on, we can't help but see the truth. And the truth is there is toxicity present when we're stuck in this kind of thinking trap, this imprisonment of our own mind. So once we realize, I guess once we realize the faulty ways of our own doing, we can stop it. We can stop that train. Like I was saying earlier, we are in control. They don't control us. In our emotional body, we've got choices. We have either, it's very simplistic that we've got a choice whether to overanalyze everything that comes our way, or are we going to stand in the light of truth and only choose to focus our energy on that which is true and correct, that think on these things, those things that are beautiful and pure and true? Or are we going to allow the devil to reign over our mind? And we need to stay in control of our mind. We have a choice how we're going to proceed through the week. And we have Two of Wands, Sagittarius energy in the way of Two of Wands is creature comforts or the wide unknown. Which way are we going to go? Are we going to stay in our fears, the devil, or are we going to reach out to the wide world and go on a journey and take that trip and travel? Is that what we're worried about? Are we so worried about staying where, at least even if it's in a fearful state, it's a comfort zone because we know what to expect when we lock ourselves into our mind? At least we know that, we've been around the world in our mind so many times that that's a comfort zone. Rather, we could go and explore. We could go out in the world. We could go out and see. So I don't know, maybe do you have a choice, Sagittarius, of are there options for you? Do you have options? The Two of Wands represents options, represents staying in your comfort zone, or go out into the world and accept a job offer, go on a traveling adventure, go see a friend in another state. Do you have choices? And is that what you're deliberating? Is that what's getting you stuck in the mind trap? At the bottom of the deck, we have conversely to the sun, we've got the moon. And the moon is here because not everything is available for review. The review that we go down all these circles and winding roads of our mind and getting stuck in that toxicity trap of our own doing. The moon represents there really is some hidden details. Even though the sun has come out to illuminate, in my opinion, your mind and the way that you've been thinking and showing you the truth of your own, existence and the trap that you've been putting yourself under. I think, though, the moon is coming out to say, and this is major arcana for the sign of Pisces, the moon is coming out to say that we have some options in the way of the Two of Wands. There is comfort zone versus the exploration of the wide unknown, but we may not be ready just yet to know all the details. Maybe it's best right now that we just have the simple concept of A or B. A being stay here, in your mind, in your comfort zone, in your town, in your job, stay put. And option B is go out and explore and take that job and do whatever is on the table for you as far as options are concerned. So we're going to grab the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot cards. I'm going to do a little check-in here. Clarification for that first row. Look and see what we can offer as far as a little clarity. So let's ask for the Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Eight of Swords is here specifically. Let's do a little split real quick. There we go. All right, so Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Sagittarius? That first row looks quite, it's 3 major arcana out of 6 cards. So half of your first row is a big deal. Major arcana is secret, big secret. We have 3 of Swords. Your thinking mind mostly is going over, I'm going to say it like this. You know, I have options to go out and explore the world or take that job or whatever your option B is. And yet I remember how when I tried something like that in the past, I got hurt. Oh, my option B is, do I want to go ahead and move forward with this love affair, with this relationship, with this love offer? Well, I remember that time that I got hurt before. I remember last time I fell in love, I fell flat on my face, or I was made a fool of, or somebody brought a third party into the picture. I thought there was just 2 of us, but turns out there was more than 2. And so this Eight of Swords thinking mind that we started the reading off with, we've got 3 of Swords showing up just as a reminder of all the pain that you've been through in the past and why you shouldn't take a risk or a chance or try something new. So why is the Sun here? What is going on with the Sun energy for the sign of Sagittarius? What is going on with Sun energy? Sun is here with the Hierophant. This is major arcana for the sign of Taurus. So now we've got an additional major arcana showing up in the way of card number 5, the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is all about knowledge and wisdom that's gained externally. This can actually be a very wise spiritual teacher in your life who does shine the sun down the truth, who shines truth in the way of knowledge and wisdom on your situation. So, okay, yes, I understand that you've been hurt. I understand you've been led astray. You've been lied to. You've been tricked. You've been hurt. I understand. But based on who you are today, Sagittarius, let's look at things from a very realistic standpoint. Let's understand and realize that you're not the person that you were before. You're who you are now. You have wisdom, you have knowledge, you have truth under your belt, and you're able to see things much more clearly. Why is the devil here? Why is the El Diablo showing up in the middle of that first row? What is going on? Why is the devil here? Really just that example of good and bad. It's the examples of what we need to not get tied to in the way of all those thoughts. We have King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles showing up to show that there is a mastery of your domain. And it is earth, it is pentacles, it is, representation of Taurus energy. So we've got Taurus right next to each other here. A lot of earth, a lot of grounded earth energy. And the King of Pentacles is the master of that domain. Very similar to the devil in the aspect of it's the master of that domain. And what I mean by that is those creature comforts. The King of Pentacles is one that usually has plenty of money in the bank. They have legacy energy behind them. So they have worked their entire life to have a storehouse of protections and securities and investments. And the King of Pentacles is not a poor individual in the way of money. Okay, so we've got this assurance that creature comforts are something we have in store. Therefore, we can probably rest assured that moving forward into the vast unknown is going to be okay. We've got coverage for that. So I hope that that is making sense. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Very interesting. Choices, options. Seven of Cups can sometimes represent delusions or illusions. So we need to be really careful. And that one wanted to show its face. So we're going to pull that out. We've got Six of Cups right under the seven. And this is in the aspect of nostalgia. So we need to be very careful when we're getting tugged on by our emotions, because we do have options and choices, but we need to be very careful that we're not looking for the options that go take us down memory lane into the area of nostalgia, into the past where times were sweet and love was new. And it's just a very beautiful, sweet energy, but we need to be careful when we're making choices with it. Does that make sense? We can get lost in the sauce of the emotions and not be grounded and sturdy and steady as we calculatingly make our decisions. I think the King of Pentacles has what he has. He, as in just the masculine version of the energy. It doesn't have to mean that you're a man. He has what he has because he's been very smart about his life. Maybe not always, but ultimately he's made wise choices. Two of Wands, and now we have the Fool. We have this trusting, open-minded, open-hearted, willing to take a leap of faith into the two. What is the Two of Wands for you? I would love to hear. What is the Two of Wands for you? Something keeps you grounded and steady and holding on, and something is calling to you. What is that thing that's calling to you? The Fool is here because there is something that you want to go and explore. There is something that you want to go and do. Is it a trip to Europe? Is it a trip to South America? Is it a job offer on the other side of the country? Is it you've grown up in your hometown your whole life, your comfort zone, but you're being called to go explore and go travel and go see things? Is it a love relationship? Are you've been single for X amount of time, and there's a love offer on the table and you're open to receive and accept it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, a brilliant new idea, a moment of clarity, a moment of truth. So the Ace of Swords is here because the hand of the divine has presented a divine truth in the way of the Ace of Swords, showing you that there is light and truth, and slicing through fear, slicing through deception, the deception of your own mind in Eight of Swords. The Ace of Truth is a brand new way to see things. I love that. We are sometimes so stuck in those ruts that we've carved out in our mind of thinking the same things over and over and over, all the things that have hurt you. Granted, those things deserve to be treated with kindness and love, but the truth is being spoken over your life. We do have somebody prominent showing up to say, but Sagittarius, that was 10 years ago. But Sagittarius, this is not that person. Remember, it's very important not to bleed on those who didn't cut you. Something I just thought maybe should be said. I would love to hear how this reading fits for you. I really do think this is a good message to put out for the sign of Sagittarius. I do want to offer a Gabrielle Bernstein Spirit Junkie Oracle card just to finish this reading for you. This is just a beautiful signing off message for the sign of Sagittarius. So Gabrielle Bernstein, Spirit Junkie. One more shuffle. For Sagittarius, I celebrate all the greatness in my life. Just remember, when we get on those merry-go-rounds of all the thinking and all the stressful thoughts, remember to show gratitude for what you do have. Show gratitude for what is present, what is real, what is true, what is loving. Sagittarius, thank you for your energy. Thank you for being here. I wish you the very best. Namaste.